Cool guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at the latest film produced by Lonely Island, and that is Palm Springs. So Palm Springs was directed by Max Barbakow and was written by Andy Serra. And this film stars Andy Samberg as Niles and Cristin Milioti as Sarah. I really don't want to go into spoilers with this, so all I'm going to say is that these characters are stuck at a wedding. These two characters, Niles and Sarah, and they can't leave, they can't escape. They are stuck at this wedding, and it's a really interesting and entertaining film. It's going to be really hard talking about this film without going into spoilers, but I definitely don't want to give any spoilers away because I think not knowing what happens in this movie made it so much more enjoyable for me. I'd say Cristin Milioti and Andy Samberg as the lead characters, they work really, really well together. Their characters have so much chemistry throughout the film, and they just really played off each other really, really well. Obviously, because this film is Andy Samberg in it, and it's a Lonely Island production and stuff like that, this film is funny at times. It is definitely funny, and there's some really, really funny jokes throughout the film. There are some jokes that didn't really sit well with me, but I think for the most part the film was pretty funny and really, really entertaining. Because of the premise of this film, it definitely did have that risk of feeling at times repetitive and dull and potentially boring as well. But because of how good the screenplay is and how well the actors portray their roles, this film was entertaining and engaging throughout. I really liked the look of this film. I thought the cinematography was great. I love the music in the film as well, and I really just did enjoy the way the story progressed. I'm not going to speak anything about that because I don't want to spoil anything for you, but it really was a good film. This film doesn't only rely on humor either to progress the story, which is great, because I think a lot of the time with these sort of films, we're used to seeing these films just sort of rely on the humor, and if the humor doesn't always work, it takes away from the film. But luckily for this film, although it does have really good humor in it, the story is so interesting and engaging that you are entertained throughout anyway, and I think the humor is an added bonus. Andy Samberg was absolutely great in this film. I love him in everything he's in, but I think in this film it was great just seeing a bit more of a dynamic role for him in a way, I think. As I was saying earlier, this film isn't just relying on humor to progress the story. There is a bit more of like an emotional beat at times, and obviously you need your lead actors to engage in those emotional parts of the film, and I think Andy Samberg just did a really, really great job here. And I must say I'm really excited to see what other roles he takes on in the future because of this film. I think obviously he's a great comedic actor, but I think he was very dynamic in this film as well, and I'm excited to see what he does with that in the future. Cristin Milioti as well, who plays Sarah, she was also fantastic in this role, and she works so well with Andy Samberg. She hits those humorous beats on point as well, and obviously she's also very dynamic at times as well, and I think both of them together just worked extremely well in this film, and their characters just worked really well together as well, and it was really just exciting to see what they ended up doing throughout the film. I was very happy with Palm Springs. I think it was a really, really good film. I obviously was pretty excited for it because I am a fan of Andy Samberg, but I think this film really was good, and it did exceed my expectations a bit with regards to just how dynamic the film was. It wasn't as sort of comedic as I thought it was going to be. It definitely has humorous parts and stuff like that, but it does sort of go a bit further than that as well, which I really did appreciate. Guys, that is all I'm going to say about Palm Springs. I want you guys to go in with as little knowledge as possible. Enjoy this film. It's a really good film, and I think you will like it if you are a fan of Lonely Island and Andy Samberg. I'm going to give this film a 4 out of 5 stars. I enjoyed it that much, and I really think over time it's going to be one of those films that I definitely revisit a couple times, and I think it's one of those films that I could definitely see growing on me even more. So yeah, I really enjoyed this film. Out of The Old Guard and Palm Springs, the two films I watched today, this one definitely is the better one in my opinion. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really, really good film. Guys, if you have seen Palm Springs, let me know what you think about it in the comments down below, and if you have not yet seen it, what so far is your favorite Andy Samberg film? Once again, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate every single one of you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.